Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I am a surviving father of two children. This is my story. This video is being made in relation to the new charity my wife and I have found called Zipporah's Basket, which is an organization dedicated to assisting survivor parents who have gone through stillbirth. You can find more information in the description down below about our charity, but I will visit that at the very end of this video. The purpose of this video in question is to share what it's like to go through a stillbirth from the father's perspective. Oftentimes within the survivor parent community, it is usually the women who speak up and share their stories, and while the men don't usually do so. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to share my story. So in order to really understand my story, we have to go back to the very beginning. I married my wife in August of 2017. Around that time, we had many dreams of what our future would be, and that, of course, included children. Of course, we weren't going to have children right away, but that was definitely within the plans. It just seemed like a very natural thing. You know, it's very normal that when you get married that you eventually do have kids. However, our situation proved to be anything but normal. In October of 2018, my wife and I conceived our first child, Hope Harmon. We were both very excited and ready to see where the future would take us. Granted, we were not in the best financial situation at the time, but we knew other parents who also were in similar circumstances but were able to make a good life for their children, so we thought we could do the same thing. However, we were never given the opportunity to do so because on December 23rd, 2018, we had a miscarriage. It really shattered our world and really had us going back to the drawing board of what we would do next. We both decided that we would need time to grieve, rebuild, and just work together in getting a better future. And that's what we did. In 2019 and 2020, we really rebuilt ourselves and put ourselves in a better position financially, emotionally, and spiritually. And we felt ready again to once again trying to have kids. And in September of 2020, we once again conceived our second child, Zipporah Jane Harmon. We felt a lot more confident this time around, especially after we passed the 12-week point. You know, we had, like I said before, we put ourselves in a better position financially, and we had used that as an opportunity to get a better apartment, load up on supplies, have a really nice baby shower. It just really felt like things were going to go our way this time around. However, as all things will show you in life, nothing really goes according to plan. On June 9th, 2021, my wife went to the OBGYN for a checkup while I was working. Around that time, I received a call from my wife, and at the time she was 39 weeks. She called me and let me know that there was no longer a heartbeat. And that just changed everything really for us. You would think that since this was our second time around, we would be better prepared, but that was far from the truth. This was something we could never prepare for. It not only shattered our world this time around, it just shattered our very spirit. One thing that I've learned is that when you lose your own children, something within you changes. Your very way of thinking and your very being is warped. And you can go into a very dark place. And that's what I unfortunately went through. Around that time, I developed a really bad depression and handling my grief. You know, it was not something I've ever gone through before. I'm a very positive person, or at least I try to be. I try to be an optimist, and most people who know me know that I love to smile, I love to make people smile, and I love to be happy. But after this experience, it felt like when I smiled, I was just simply wearing a mask to just hide my pain. You know, being happy just felt very foreign and alien to me, which was very unnatural. You know, I was battling with the fact that I was the father of two children that I can't raise. That very notion was something that felt innately wrong to me, something that still makes me sick to this day. So I did the only thing I knew how to do. I just tried to be a good husband. I had 2 weeks of bereavement, and then I went back to work, and I really just tried to take care of things. I tried to handle paying bills, taking care of the house, making dinner, getting groceries while my wife was still physically recovering. I just tried to do everything in my power to just try to make this circumstance better. However, it didn't really help anything. You know, for me personally, it just felt like everything I did, nothing I did felt like it was enough. And I think part of that was because it felt like I wasn't good enough. You know, I had to watch two of my kids die right in front of me, and had to see my wife suffer, and I couldn't stop it. I felt like a failure. I genuinely felt like I had failed as a man, as a father, as a husband, and I was just racked with so much pain on the inside. And I just was stuck in a really dark place. Something I wouldn't wish on anyone. But one thing that I saw that happened was my friends, my family, my wife, all just reached out to me, and they encouraged me to let me know that I was not alone, that they were there with me, and that they would be crying with me, and that I was I that I was going to go through this journey with them. And that right there really encouraged me. I've learned that when you're in a very dark place, sometimes over a small act of love from those you love really does heal. It really does give you comfort, gives you hope. And that's what I would like to encourage other fathers and those going through grief and depression. A lot of times as men, we don't like to talk about these things. We like to repress this. We like to not talk about it. We like to hide it. And none of that is good for us. I just want to speak directly to, guys right now and just say, listen, you matter. You don't need to be strong or try to take care of everything or just try to have the answers, because you don't need to. Let yourself be vulnerable. Let those who love you be there for you. Be with your tribe of people. And if you feel like you don't have a tribe, I would really encourage you to reach out and seek help. Talk to a therapist, join a good church, find a good group of friends. We are beings of community, and that is how we can get through these trying times. So I just want to encourage the men with that and just let you guys know that you don't have to be alone. Now, going back to the very beginning of this video, like I said, I and my wife have created a new charity called Zipporah's Basket. Specifically, the big thing that we are trying to do is create postpartum care kits for parents who have gone through a stillbirth. This is so that they don't have to worry about stocking up on supplies for this type of postpartum care once they leave the hospital. No one wants to worry about that once you've gone through a tragedy. So this is just our way of giving parents one less thing to worry about. And if you guys are interested in learning more, like I said, go to the website down in the description below. And if you're interested in finding out how you can donate, please look at the email down below in the description as well, and we can get you more information there. And just so you guys know, on my wife's side, she of course will be hosting a support group once a month for women. If you are interested in joining that, please send us an email as well. And this is also something we're opening up to just couples as a whole, not necessarily for males as of right now. Maybe sometime in the future we will try to do that. And of course, if you are a male and if you feel like you really need support from us, and if you feel like you really need someone to talk to, you can always reach out to us through our email once again. And just so you guys know, this is going to be a monthly vlog series that I'm going to be doing. where I'm going to be detailing different parts of my journey from, again, the father's perspective. So please like, share, and subscribe so you can keep up to date on this and so you can see what comes next. Thank you guys very much for listening. And as always, God bless.